Good morning from the Belgian town of Tongeren, which, by the way, is the oldest town in Belgium. Now, you may be asking yourself, why Belgium? We thought you were in the Netherlands, and we are. We're in Philip's hometown of Maastricht, but that's only 10 minutes from the Belgian border. And growing up, Philip would come with his grandparents to the huge antiques market here on a Sunday.
Even before I was born, they used to come every Sunday to Belgium to look for antiques. I think that's how they got most of their furniture. So I was speaking to my parents, and we thought it would be best to choose something fun to remember them in like a nice way.
I like this. So it's the memorial trip around Tongeren Antiques Market.
Yes.
And where we can all see where Philip's love of porcelain was born. Because this is where his grandparents used to buy all of their antiques, all of those teacups that Philip as a young boy would stand up on a chair to look at so he could just peer into the display cabinet. So it's a place that I've been wanting to come to for a long time.
This is amazing. I've not been here in about 8 years. And the first thing I spotted is on the way in is the lamp that my great-grandmother used to have, that my grandparents had.
The same as your great-grandmother's lamp. I think that's amazing the minute we walk in.
It's by Heron, it's Hungarian. I've got their one, and
another one, because you made it into a pair.
Which took me 10 years to find, but then...
I mean, I love it, but I'm wondering why you're looking at a third.
Well, I think they would look amazing in a room, two on one side, on a console, and on the opposite side, another two. So what I'm saying is I need one more.
I thought that's what you were saying, darling.
It's hand-painted. It's amazing. I mean, it took me so long to find the second. I can't believe we just stumbled upon the third. I'm thinking either in your study, because that's where the other two are, and I'm going to have another two there, or in what will be the big dining room downstairs, the side bus.
Okay, so they have a set of the lamps going around the room.
They look quite good against the paneling, I think.
Well, I think it's a sign. You saw your great-grandmother's lamp the minute you walked in. There's so many things everywhere. Oh, do you know, I know Michael Potts has been looking for a peacock chair. I think that's what they call them, isn't it, the peacock chairs? Maybe it won't fit in the car, though, I suspect. Oh, a lot of mid-century modern.
There's also a lot of silver. This one?
I love it.
Yeah, I don't think.
It is a mid-century modern dream in this shop. I really do love this coffee set. It's just so elegant. Yeah, the lamps are really very lovely. A lot of this reminds me of my childhood, actually. Which I'm worried makes me a little bit old. And look at the 1930s tea set. You can just imagine perfect little country kitchen in the 30s with that. The polka dot glasses. How delightful is that? And every size is there. A little champagne polka dot coupe. The tapestry at the back is very interesting as well. Manufactured by Lamse Tapestry, Vlaamse, Belgium, on its modern power looms. Isn't that a wonderful piece of history? In spite of the fact that Philip has somehow managed to find something within 30 seconds of arriving in this market, we are not here to buy. We're here for a trip down memory lane. Philip's just going to take me around the whole town and tell me all about the things that he would look for with his grandfather here. Philip, this looks just like your blue set. The tall plates.
Amazing.
Just in peach. A lot of silver too.
Honestly, Angel, there's all of this that goes past the old city hall, and there's another. They turned a parking garage into a covered version as well. So there's a lot more to see.
The bar. This is what's missing from our life.
A tiki bar. And,
yes, I think so. You know,
with the chapel tower back.
My goodness, your eye doesn't know where to land. Oh, the throne.
Well, we need that obviously.
Obviously, who doesn't? Oh, these are pretty. Yeah, very. You love anything with porcelain flowers on lights, don't you? What sort of things did your grandfather look for you when you were here with him?
Well, I remember one of the last times we came, he was looking for a wardrobe. He never found the wardrobe, but we always looked for porcelain, for example, or like little bits of silver. And he also taught me what to look for, like little porcelain figurines and things like how to spot quality.
Oh, so how do you spot quality in a little porcelain figurine?
Well, I would show you, but I can't see porcelain figurine. Basically, you have to see whether the fingers are individually articulated, and whether they've got fingers or just sort of like just indentations.
Yeah, yes.
If they are like not together, it means that there's higher quality because it's more.
The amount of workmanship to go into it.
Several other things to look out for, but that's one of them. And the same goes for the toes as well.
Never forget the toes. This is from your hometown. This is Maastricht.
And this is a
pottery.
Look, there's a stand for this one.
Oh, it's very, very pretty. And it reminds me of the one that used to be in the chateau when I bought.
Yes.
I mean, obviously that was French, not Dutch. But yeah, it's such a similar style. Is this from the same place? This is
Yep.
Maastricht as well. These are absolutely charming. Look, with the little birds as well.
This was. I sold one of the grave birds I had from the Maastricht.
And that was on Jarvis Janssen.
Yes.
Philip's family aren't filmed in the vlog, but I'm here with quite a few of them, and Philip's cousin has just bought me a waffle. So now I really feel I'm properly in Belgium. I didn't have breakfast this morning, and this was very much worth waiting for. There are beautiful handles. We're sort of thinking, is there anything that we need in the kitchen?
What do you think of these for the sliding doors in the kitchen?
I think they're lovely, and we need them.
Yeah.
We don't have the handles yet. They don't have to match the handles of the units. I would actually like it to look a bit more disparate than that.
They're quite nice. What do you think?
I think they're very beautiful.
So they've got two.
They look as though they've always been there, which is a nice
that's what we're trying
feeling.
to go for. Well, there's one that was given to us by a lovely guest.
So we'll use that one.
And then we need two for the kitchen, for the interior of the kitchen.
I think it's a fabulous idea. Actually, let's get them because the doors are rustic and solid, and so that style will go quite well.
We need one more.
The two that we chose for the kitchen are bronze, and we've just realised that they also have the same one in iron. So we're going to take this one because we need one more, and then we've got enough for all of the doors. And this one will be inside the scullery, which is a different colour anyway to the kitchen, and there's a lot more copper in that room than in the kitchen, which is more brass. So I think that this will do.
It's a very pretty spot for an antiques market. There are these old walls going all the way along. People just walking along up there, and then down here on the lower walk, all the antiques. Can you see this chair goes completely flat? It's actually the perfect extra chair for an apartment when you haven't got much space. It's amazing.
It's a magical chair, so you can fold it together.
Look at that. That's
And you
clever.
can turn it around. It's got a different color
Oh, and you can actually turn it that way too.
for the same price.
Amazing.
That's really, really clever.
It's 5 layers bamboo.
Yes.
It's a design of Christian Desilles. It's made for the Biennale in Saint-Etienne in 2004, and it had a Red Dot Award.
It's very, very clever. Oh, thanks for showing us. And you can see here just how many different styles there are. There's Louis XVI style chairs, a Buddha, 19th century bedside table, a little console, a little desk. I mean, this is just one store. Everything's from different periods.
It's a treasure trove, a mix of so many different styles. It's very exciting.
Some of the rustic things are as beautiful as some of the really elaborate ones. I find this shelf unit really pretty. I think that would just look adorable somewhere. Unfortunately, our kitchen is going to be so completely filled that there'll be nowhere to add that.
So this one's 45.
My goodness, that is familiar to me.
Also from Mozart. I think I listened to no, it's basically called Maastricht. So this is for Maastricht. And I bought the same ones, but in the red version.
Yes.
For €1. My grandfather once at an antique store.
I thought
But
I
it's beautiful.
recognised it. I love these.
We still use it, but it's very
So
beautiful.
this is very much the local pottery.
Yes, local to where I'm from. It's
Yeah, but it's only
half an hour.
It's 20 minutes from here, darling.
Very much unlike my family. Philip's family have always been in this area. So local has a very different meaning to him. 20 minutes away to him, well, that's not local anymore.
We've wandered into a big. This is more of a reclaim one, isn't it? More architectural antiques. Or what are you looking at? I mean, I see what you mean, darling. It is absolutely massive.
But look at this. Look at all the carving.
Yeah, no, it's. I mean, I'm just going to show you next to it because size comparison, it's huge. But yes, I don't think we need a massive black fireplace. We already have too many black fireplaces, if you ask me.
Or white. I would have
Yes, yeah, that's totally different. But this one's nice too, isn't it? Not right for Lalande though.
You're very quick to tell me that.
Very quick. Look at that instant decision.
No, but I think you're right.
I love these. Aren't they gorgeous? Can you imagine them as a screen all along one side of a room, letting the light through with that gorgeous etching? Shall we carry on the Ardmore theme? Have you seen the chairs?
They're amazing.
All elephants. And here, this table is carved with little elephants all the way underneath it as well. The chairs are amazing. There are so many beautiful antique tiles, but sadly not enough of any one type to do anything with. But I like these ones very much with the bird and the water lilies. So pretty. And my goodness, I just stepped outside the back of the shop
And it is full of the most beautiful late 19th, early 20th century tiles. These floor tiles. Oh, I wish Dan were here, because he could probably find some quite nice things for Chaumont here. Oh, they're wonderful. It is tragic to see them like this.
I wish they were better organised.
I know, if you organised, then you could see how much there was and know whether we could use them for a bathroom project or not. Because they are so gorgeous. I'm trying to work out how these stripes would look when they're actually together.
It's like this, Angel.
Oh, so it makes...
No, keep going. There
your
we go.
geometry is better than mine. So then you need a little square in the middle and
That's
it
it.
creates squares around it.
Yeah.
Well, I love them. But indeed, we do not have a van and we don't have time to sort through them either, which is such a shame. Look at that. Imagine that around the chapel.
There's some more here.
Perfect neo-Gothic arches.
There's a few other pieces over here.
Oh, I think it's delightful. There's quite a few pieces here as well, but yes. Oh, and behind you too.
You should have come with the van.
I wish Amory were here because there's so many old tools and I know he loves old tools. Look at this. Quite lovely. You see the most extraordinary things. Look, these were originally on probably the corners of a piece of furniture. It's just amazing. A Grecian mirrored mini temple for the home. Who doesn't need it? Apparently it's the back of a bar and there is a padded leather front table for the bar that goes in front of it with a mirrored surface. And it was made as a special commission for a gentleman in the 70s. It's pretty mind-blowing. It's making me wish that I had a sort of ultra 70s apartment with a huge mirrored bar in the middle. I keep imagining different lives for myself as I wander around looking at the different objects. When I see moulds like this, I think really we should be making our own butter. Because isn't that just delightful? It's another example of a different life I'm imagining. Suddenly I'm the sort of woman who churns her own butter and then makes it into perfect little moulded shapes. I thought I could be that woman, but Philip assures me that's probably not going to happen even if I buy the mould.
I think it'll just end up in the cupboard. It'd be a lovely decoration.
Yes, in the cupboard with all the other things that were going to change my life when I got them. Oh, I just found Philip stopped by this. This is absolutely beautiful, Philip. It is delightful. Well, no, because it's the wrong size.
Yeah,
Ours are wide and low.
It's very pretty.
Oh, perfect way of hiding the fireplace in summer when you're not using it. So many stores, and you say that we've barely touched it.
Oh yeah, because there's all of this still, and there's this one. When we walk,
It's charming.
going that way, there's another like street with massive like hall that is full of antiques. Then they also turned the parking garage in town into antique stores.
Oh,
And
take
there's
me
a-
to your parking garage, darling.
It's wonderful just walking around.
Isn't it? I mean, look, we've got to the old gate of the city. Oh, Philip, this is so charming, this alleyway.
Yeah, I love cranberry glass.
So you're stopping at all the cranberry glass, and I like the Val Saint-Lambert. There's so much of it. This is Belgian crystal. Oh my goodness, it's heavy, and I like this very much. They made a lot of lamps that looked very like this as well. They are gorgeous. Oof, that was my workout for the day. Oh, Philip, yes, isn't this beautiful? I know how I adore blue and white. I don't need to say that, but the addition of those tiny little dots of red, it really elevates it. It's very charming. I wonder where it's from. Look on this one. No, not marked. I find that delightful. This chair stopped me in my tracks. Look at the delicacy of those faces. So beautifully done. And here there's a shop that seems to specialise in that 19th century neo-Renaissance cabinets. Little cherubim all the way along, and then these scenes as well. Well, in fact, that's the nativity in the middle. An ox and an ass. Jesus has just been born. That must be Joseph working with Jesus at carpentry. And then over here we have far more of a hunting trophy one. So we've got, well, I'm not very good with my hunting birds, is that? No idea, someone will have to tell me, but I can confidently spot fish in the middle. I'm looking at all the hands of the figurines now and I can see exactly what Philip means. Look, no individual fingers, just little indentations, no effort made to actually separate the fingers. Though I must say, in this case, they've just avoided the hands at all, just by putting massive bits of fruit in front of them. I'm on the hunt for the perfect hand. There's an entire porcelain woman on a swing, quite reminiscent of Fragonard, though a bit of a later period. But I guess this is sort of medium quality fingers. All of the fingers are separate, but
they don't have individual little carved nails.
I think this one is much more the sort of...
Oh yes, that's very delicate. I mean, to be fair, it's much bigger, so you can't really compare. But yes, you see, even on some of the tiny figures, you sometimes see those individually carved nails.
That's beautiful. Look at that.
It's very, very pretty. But I know what would happen if we bought that.
I would find the rest of the set.
Yep, spend the rest of your life searching for the rest of the set. Oh my goodness, Philip, Angry Birds.
Oh wow.
Really angry ones. They're very cool actually, but look at that. You wouldn't want to get on the bad side of him, would you?
Amazing.
They're amazingly done. Very cool. And those fingers are very much individual. Isn't this absolutely charming? What a perfect day out.
I haven't been here about 8 years. I was really scared that it wasn't going to be here anymore, or at least not in the same way.
Yeah.
But it's still...
And how often did you come with your grandparents?
I used to go with my grandfather quite a bit. My grandmother came along about half or a third of those times. But whenever she did, when I would convince her to join us, then she would absolutely love it and talk about it for days.
I must say, there aren't many antiques fairs where you get to walk through countryside to get to another part of town.
So this is now on the defensive wall.
Oh, I saw people walking up here earlier. And now we're going up there. This is idyllic. And that's where we were strolling along earlier.
Yeah.
There still remains of some of the defensive outlooks, the towers, in the wall.
Cool, right?
It's very cool.
This wall dates from the 13th century. But guess what? It's the new wall, because there are still remains of the original city defences here, which are Roman and date from the 2nd century.
Oh, this is the big hall you were talking about.
Yes.
Oh, a basketball court. Oh, Christmas cranberry glass with holly. That is very, very pretty, darling. And if you feel like self-prescribing, there's even an entire optician's box.
And honestly, I thought that method was a thing of the past until I went to have my eyes tested in La Chatte, and imagine my amazement when, indeed, they had those glasses with manually putting the different lenses in, still today.
Aren't these Christophe knife rests elegant? Perfect Art Deco knife rests. Darling, they're by Luc Lanel. He was the designer of our set. I think they are absolutely darling.
I stepped away from those adorable little butter knives because the problem with me is, as Andrew says, I can get a bit giddy. I get a little too excited and caught up in the moment. I know in my heart I don't need any butter knives. I'll just keep telling myself that as we wander around the hall.
Look at all the heron.
Well, it's a heron heaven. I've never seen so much heron in any one place outside your cupboard, darling. It's weird because that looks slightly different from the usual pattern.
They were inspired by a lot of historical services.
Yes.
Or also
I love this basket weave background that they do. And this, of course, is the same set as the delightful little lamp that Philip bought as soon as we arrived. It's called Apogee in green. You can see here there's Apogee in pink.
The multicoloured one.
Oh, that's also Apogee. I've never seen the multicoloured one. Look, with the little goat's heads.
There's also the sort of corally colour.
Actually, the coral does look really pretty with gold, doesn't it? It's really charming.
This is the Queen Victoria pattern.
Oh, that we used at Christie's. That brings back such happy memories. And look how it's even painted with little leaves inside.
It's amazing.
Do you know, my mother once called off an engagement because the man who wanted to marry her loved collecting butterflies. And she said she thought it was just too cruel to catch those beautiful butterflies.
I feel like she's supposed to be cake.
Lucky for me, I wouldn't have existed if he hadn't collected butterflies.
I don't think it'll come as any surprise to all of you to know that my mother had a string of marriage proposals before marrying my father. As Percy says, she's quite the catch.
That is, well, the most religious coffee set I've ever seen. It appears to be a different apostle or saint on every cup. I've never seen anything like it.
Philip and I are blown away by that set. We have never, in all our years of going around antique shops and looking really specifically at the porcelain, we have never, ever seen a set like that. It's €1,500. It's from Paris and it dates from around the 1840s, the middle of the 19th century, at a time when, as I was discovering with my patrons in a recent patron video, we were talking about the history of the French aristocracy. It's a time when the French aristocracy were becoming very fervently religious because they felt that their ancestors just before the revolution had really been too amoral, just interested in frivolity and fun. And so they turned the other way after the revolution, became very serious, religious. And you can see why a piece like that would have been made at that time. They'd have put their money into, as they did at Lalande, beautiful chapels and a lot of religious objects.
Now we're going into the Space Age car park antiques market. This place just keeps on surprising.
You do have to look, there's some old building they found when they were digging the car park. We have to keep on going now because they've started clearing. So there's a lot more to see.
Oh, well, and almost life-size Pietà. It's hard to know who could fit that into their home. Even our chapel, I think, would struggle to take it. It is very, very big.
Speaking of large, you've seen that chandelier?
Oh my goodness! It's ginormous.
Is that the thing you need for the grandson?
It's taller than me. I mean, it's actually taller than me. It's taller than you.
Not quite.
No, it is. It's touching the ground.
You're right.
It's actually touching the ground. No, darling, it's too much. You know me. I'm very shy and retiring. I don't like any ostentation.
I think if it had been a different style, I would have been like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not my favourite style.
Well, it's not that. It's not right with the paneling wall ceiling.
I'll tell you what I love. A confessional. Oh,
Is that what
can
you
you
need?
imagine? No, I didn't say I needed it. My mother would be the
Your mother
confessor. No, she'd be the confessor, and we could all go and chat to her about our sins. And what a beautiful piece of furniture it is, with that linen fold paneling. This is beautiful. It's strange to think we actually have a chapel that we could put things like this into, but our chapel is such a jewel of its one period. I don't want to add anything, but I love that. Now, I've seen a lot of these fashion plates before, but I've never seen one where people have actually recreated the dress in fabric and just put it on top of them. I actually quite like to think of the person who did this just quietly cutting out all of the fabric and remaking the gowns. Well, I can't believe it. Do you remember the vase I showed you earlier when I said that what I liked was the lamps like that? Well, we found them. Is it Val Saint-Lambert?
It is.
I think I'm going to get it. I'm actually really surprised at the price. It's a good price here. I've been looking for ages, which makes it a day of lamps. You've got a lamp and I've got a lamp. But it needs a beautiful, I think quite modern lampshade to sort of brighten it up.
Maybe a square one.
Pot of colour. I've never seen this completely square before, so
Yeah.
I've only ever seen these with the turn. And I like
Beautiful.
that. But I think I prefer the square. So as I haven't seen this one, I'm going to grab it whilst I can.
If you're looking for a frame, I would very much recommend a visit to Tongren.
Look at the lady.
That is quite the hairstyle. I like the way she's just balanced that rose right on the top up there. You're attracted to copper as women are attracted to diamonds, darling. Oh my goodness, did you see? Hang on. Look, the Easter egg moulds.
Adorable.
The mini eggs. They are very pretty. But this is lovely, isn't it, with the coffee pot? And I like the one with the pear as well.
I've never seen one with a coffee pot before. I think it would be really lovely in the kitchen on the wall. I think it's lovely. What do you think?
It's really sweet, darling.
Should we get it for the kitchen?
Okay, the kitchen's going in soon. This is it. This is the copper for the kitchen.
It's part
the
of
copper.
it.
The
Part of
copper.
it.
The copper.
I am so tempted by this mini egg mould, but it's a little bit like the butter mould. Am I going to sit and make mini eggs? And I'm worried because they're rusty, I think they won't come out. It's a pity because isn't that wonderful? And just fits together so perfectly as well. And I like it because of little stars in these ones. But no, okay, I'm leaving the mini eggs behind.
Oh, there is lovely garden furniture. Bit by bit, we'll add more and more to the terrace in time.
I think it's more of a priority to get the actual terrace redone and proper paving stones on the floor, and then we can furnish it beautifully.
You have got to be joking.
But you know, Dan really wants.
That's going to Chaumont. 100% that is going to Dan. Yeah, I don't even have to stop and think about it,
Good.
darling. Dan, I know you're not watching, but maybe someone could let him know in his comments. This is coming to him. This has got to be the single most ludicrous thing that I've ever purchased in my life.
But the thought of Dan's face when I hand it to him is what's keeping me going right now.
To be fair, I think his expression sums up what a lot of you must be thinking right now. Do you know why I'm so happy right now?
Why are you happy?
Because that's not for us. Yay!
Dan did say that he loves all the taxidermy with doing stuff, right?
Yeah.
So, didn't you get him a mouse at some point?
I got him a mouse with a Hoover, a little Henry Hoover.
It's Bjorn Winblatt, the designer for Rosenthal, who designed your grandmother's crystal glasses and cutlery.
And all of the, there's a lot of porcelain with it as well.
Yes.
But my grandmother didn't have, there's the other grandmother, not the grandmother who just passed away. My grandmother just passed away was the one who came here with me a lot.
Yes.
And my other grandmother was the one who had this crystal service.
His work always reminds me of Daddy's a little.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, and it's got that joyfulness. And we have that beautiful set from Anders for Christmas, which is also all of his designs for Rosenthal. It's delightful. We've made it into the town centre now. It's still not finished. Oh, good grief. Do you suppose this is to go around a tree?
I think it might be supposed to be going around in the centre.
Indoors. It's an indoor one, isn't it? Exactly. Maybe with a huge fern in the middle. My goodness, it's absolutely huge. It's actually impossible to see everything here in one morning. Impossible. Ooh, my goodness. Well, you're very ferocious. I presume you are guarding the liqueur.
And the heron.
Oh, and more heron. There's heron everywhere here. Isn't that lovely? That little liqueur cabinet. These are called tantalises because they can be locked, and it means that people wouldn't be able to get to the liqueur, but they could still see it. So it's extremely tantalising. Well, that's it, isn't it? I mean, that's the centrepiece of the new Grand Salon decoration. Philip rendered speechless.
I think it's best not to say anything if you don't have anything nice to say.
How could you not have something nice to say about this?
I like the gilding.
Masterpiece.
The gilding's nice.
I've never seen anything like it.
But isn't it marvellous to see things like this? Isn't it wonderful that we don't all have the same taste and that incredible things are being created which will please some of us?
I think that's the thing we need for the breakfast. I'm not sure if you can see how big that is.
No, it's about...
The lamps to the left of it are not necessarily
It's close to a metre high.
Yeah.
Yeah, right in the middle of the table, kitchen table.
I think only Amory could lift it if it were full of coffee.
If I were a little girl here with my parents, I think I would have stopped in front of this bedroom set, just madly in love at the thought of having that in my room. It's the dream of a princess. It's a little pink single bed, and then this beautiful mirror, a bedside table, a chest of drawers, and a table and chair. So it's the perfect furniture set for one. It's every little girl's Disney dream.
There's another chair to it. There's two chairs.
Oh, two chairs. You can invite a guest. See, Liz, if I'd had this, that's where you would have sat. Here there's another 19th century carved wooden cabinet, and this one has two gilded statues in it as well, which I haven't seen before, but that's really extraordinarily ornate. It's not the style we're going for at Lalande, but it is sumptuous.
Chantal and Stephen, if you're watching, we have to come back with you because
We need to come back
to
together.
show you, but also there's so many things here that I think you would love. So,
Okay.
next time.
A future trip must be planned. We have looped all the way back round to the main square with fascinating purchases. I'd say lovely, but I can't really go with that word for that. We're going to have lunch with your parents.
Yeah, and my mother's cousin and her partner, so we'll be all together.
The town square is dominated by a majestic statue of Ambiorix, who was the Gaulish leader at the time of the Roman occupation, and he actually revolted against the Romans. The revolt lasted quite a while before, sadly, he was eventually defeated.
But it was because of him that Julius Caesar wrote that the Belgians were the bravest of all the Gauls.
Well, I'm ending my adventure in Tonneran with a local beer. Had to try that.
Well, that's been a pretty perfect end to a pretty perfect day.